Okay, how's it going? My name's Carlos Green. I do e-commerce stuff. Right now, I'm gonna go through landing page creation with ChatGPT. In the past, you had to manually type out a lot of the ad copy, but now that we have ChatGPT, we can just give it some prompts and then speed up our landing page creation significantly. So we have this ChatGPT or this landing page creation 101 document. It's basically just gonna ask for the product name that we have for our product. We can give it an opening prompt, an introduction prompt, bullet point prompt, and then our understanding prompt and our closing prompt. And then it will take care of creating our landing pages and give us back accurate information. So right now I have this pet pad. Typically when you import anything, you're going to see a blank page for the most part. I'm going to cheat a little bit just for the sake of time because I've done this so many times before. I'm just going to paste an existing landing page that I've had just so we have the trust badge, the initial testimonial, the 2 paragraphs, an image, a title, 2 bullet points, and then, bullet point title, an image in between every 2 bullet points, 2 more bullet points, an image, breaking it up, 1 last bullet point, and then we have our last 2 paragraphs, and then the rest of our landing page. So if we preview this, can refresh, and this is what it's going to look like. This is what our landing page is going to look like right now. And if I save this and go back, cool. We're gonna have our trust badges, our initial testimonial, our paragraphs, and everything. And if we switch to mobile view, this is what we want our landing page to look like on mobile. So for now, we have our original price and our crossed out price. This isn't good. We want to actually change these colors around for higher conversion. What we're going to do is if we go to our sections, theme settings, and then if we scroll all the way down, we can actually add some custom CSS. So I'm going to do that now and paste this. Now you see our buy now button is green, which is what we want. Our sold out button, it doesn't matter for right now, but we would typically want to get rid of that. And then we have a green price and a red crossed out price. So this is good. This is looking closer to what we want. The only thing is that this ad copy makes no sense for what this product is. This is a human-sized dog bed. So I ended up using PetPad. You typically want to use this website to go through, and this is a business brand name generator. You would just, if you could find your product on Amazon, you can copy what this header is going to be and then paste it in here, generate, auto, medium, generate. It'll think for a little bit and then it'll come up with some brand names for your product, which is what we want. And then you usually want to go with something that's 2 or 3 syllables. You don't want a super long brand name just because most big brands are very simple. Coca-Cola, Apple, Google, Facebook, Meta. They aren't really extensive brand names for what their product does. So, cool. We have our brand name, we have our trademark symbol, our separator, and then a short description of what our product does. So we're getting really close to finishing up here. All we want to do now is start going through and changing around what our landing page is going to look like. So since we have some stuff on Amazon, we can just copy this. And then this is going to be our first testimonial. And now we have this last part, which is we're going to use ChatGPT and these prompts to help set up our landing page. So if we go here, we're going to copy this. Yeah, this was the old one. I might as well show you. I'll just share this anyways. It doesn't matter. Or I'll share a copy of it. It won't be the exact one that I use. So this is mine. We're just going to copy this. I just have some other stuff, some added stuff. We want to help break away, skepticism for the product, demonstrate that this isn't more of a new mousetrap, give any shortcuts, and then when creating our paragraphs, we want to make sure it meets the product research, some criteria. Anything that improves confidence, improves convenience is extremely unique, woman dominated, and then emphasize any of the 6 buying motives that this product meets. So once we have all of that, we can copy it. And then we're going to paste it in ChatGPT. And then we have our products. Should probably get rid of some of these so I don't get confused. I don't need that anymore. And then we have a blank doc for product. And now we're going to get rid of this. We have our human-sized dog bed. Letting it think. So step 1, it needs a product description. So this is what this blank document is for. We're going to, since we found the product on Amazon, we're just going to add as much information as we want. So I'll add everything but this name to our title. And then we have about this item. These are most likely going to be our bullet points. This is good. And then description, dimensions, all this other stuff. The more information you can feed ChatGPT, the better it's going to do. Scroll down. We've already got these images, got our dimensions. We've got what customers say. And then I typically like to stay with the 5-star. Well, I don't feel like signing in, but we'll try to stick with the 5-star reviews for this product. We just need to give it a lot of information. And that should be good enough. So now we've got all of this. We're just going to paste it into ChatGPT. So now it has now it's got all the information it needs. This is the CSS. This is the prompt. So now for our opening prompt, it already has everything we need for the most part. Just thinking. Let's just refresh. Let's see where we're at. Where we left off at. This isn't good. All right, I'll make a duplicate of this. And just start a new chat. Nice. Now we've got our opening paragraph. And all we're going to do is go back and then just replace this. And for audits, we want to make sure that it's like how it was previously. We don't want any italics and we don't want any bolding for our first paragraph. I'm just copying and pasting this for now as a demonstration, but for negative paragraphs, we only want underlining, and then for positive paragraphs, we would only want bolding, and then we wouldn't need any actual italicized part. But let's keep going. I've got our introduction. And then here, we're just going to insert the relevant product image, reason why pet pad would change your life. Now we've got our bullet points. We want to make sure our product is mentioned once in every bullet point that's in there, but that's always something good to double check. If anything's off, then we would just show ChatGPT to redo it, but this looks good. So now, I guess I don't need to do all of them at once. I can just do 2 at a time. Replace this image. Replace this other image. And we are almost done. Just these last 2. Cool, we've got a statistic in the third sentence, just like we'd want. And then, whoops. We have our closing prompts. Nice. We can save that. Refresh. And then we can check our mobile view. The only thing wrong with this is that all of our images need to be a square. So we would actually need to go in through here and then crop this to a square. And we can apply that. This is good. This isn't good. If we don't do this, we're going to have white space underneath our images. If you can see right here, just a little bit, how there's this gap between these images right here. That's not a very good aesthetic. Same thing for here, it's more noticeable. And so we're just gonna go through and make sure all of our images are a square, one by one. L7, weenie. If you've seen Sandlot.
Come on, Benny, man. The kid is a L7 weenie.
I'm pretty sure that's from Sandlot. Forever.
Forever. Forever. Forever.
It's a movie. Okay, so this seems good. Nice. Now we don't have that gap anymore. And all of our images are a one by one square. So this is looking really good. We have our initial, well, it's looking better than when we started. We have our initial testimonial images, everything, and then go in here. So I'll just, for the sake of simplicity, we can just go through. I mean, it's not that complicated to just italic everything, bold everything. You see anything negative, restless, you underline it. Unsupportive, that's a negative keyword, you underline it. Fatigue, that's a negative word, you underline it. This is going to be easier. You're just going to italicize, and we can leave it alone. Same thing for, yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. That looks fine. Italicize, bold. And make sure you have ChatGPT, no, not ChatGPT, Grammarly available so that it can automatically correct any spelling mistakes ChatGPT might have made. Restless, down to fatigue. Pressure, discomfort, numb limbs. Cool. And then now that this is all saved, we can go through. And yeah, this looks like this is prepared for an audit. If you want to save time on your audits, you can literally just go through here and just start going through line by line and checking for stuff like this. This is what I always look for when auditing my own landing pages or other people's landing pages. You can just do Control F, U, That's fine. Your, that's not in there. There, many, parent, anyone, imagine, picture, and yeah, none of that's in there. And this is good. The only thing we would need is 25 reviews from Vitals, but that's outside the scope of this video. And yeah, you can just go through and double check ChatGPT's work and make sure everything checks out. And that's it. That is a more rapid way to create landing pages than manually typing it out that meets the BSF structure. So have a good one. Have a good night. Talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.